What's up guys, this is Alex with GuitarForce.com. Today we're going to break down By Crooked Steps by Soundgarden. And this is another request by Mark. So I hope you like this lesson and thank you very much for your support. As with most of the songs by Soundgarden, we're going to have time signature changes in this one. So we're going to have a little brain workout, but you know, it's not too complicated, it's alright. I mean, as long as you stick to the rhythm, you know, you're going to be fine. As usual, the tabs are going to be available at GuitarForce.com for free for this lesson. And unfortunately couldn't find the backing track for this song, so we're just going to have some guitar samples. As far as the sound, I was using again the VST plugin Guitar Rig with the custom preset, which I made on my own, and as always I'm going to post a picture of the preset on the screen for you to see. And while you are checking out the picture, the tuning for this song is going to be standard on all the strings, but we drop down the low E string down to D, so one whole step down, so it's basically technically dropped D tuning. And while you are checking out the picture of the preset, here is my low E or D string for your tuning reference. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's start this lesson. Alright, so the song starts off with this melody line which is being played sort of in the background, and it goes like this. Okay, so here what we do, we start off with the 9th fret of the A string, then we play 12th on D, then we have a slide on the A string from 10 to 12, 10 on D, back to A string 12th fret, and then we pick G string at the 12th fret. So this is the first melody. The second one, so the beginning is exactly the same, the ending is different. Here we play a little chord. It's a sort of D major chord or triad. So we have on the A string 12th fret, sorry, on the D 12 and on the G 11. Okay, and then he does some kind of, you know, sliding from the 9th fret of the A string, and then sort of plays the same melody, you know, just messing around before the band kicks in. And when they do, they start the song off with this sort of main riff of the song, which goes like this. Okay, so here what we're going to be playing, it's the C chord in the beginning. And because of the tuning, we're just going to be fretting the strings, the lower strings, on one fret. So here we start off from the 10th fret, and then we hammer on onto the D chord, which is on the 12th fret. And again, we're just using one finger. And the rhythm of this riff goes like this. It's in 5/4 and starts off like this. We're going to be playing 16th notes. And we hit the C chord once, and then we play the rest of the notes on the D chord, so on the 12th fret. So if we count all of the notes that are being played in the first part, it's going to be 5 16th notes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the first part. Then we have a little rest, and then we play 4 notes, 4 16th notes, followed by 5 16th notes. And again, each of the notes starts off with the C chord from the 10th fret. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without stopping. Okay, so when we put together the whole riff, playing it without stopping, goes like this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the whole main riff of the song. And that's what they do, playing this riff throughout the song. So one more time, kind of faster. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind the main riff. So this main riff they play throughout the verses, and there is also another melody comes in, the second guitar is playing, and it's slightly different from the first one. It goes like this. Alright, so for the melody, we start off again from the 9th fret of the A string, and then we go right into the slide from 10 to 12 on the A, 10 on D, back to 12 on A, 10 on D again, and then we play the G on the 12th fret. So again. And then we stay on this chord for a while, and then the second part of the melody goes like this. So here we just bend the 9th fret of the A string, bring it down, and then we slide right into the D note. And you can add the power chord, the D power chord. Okay, so again, one more time. So that's the melody that they play throughout this song when it's time to play the melody. So after that, after the main riff, and basically which is being played throughout the verses, like I said, and when we have this melody, after this melody we go into break section, the first one, and it goes like this. Alright, so here we play D sharp or E flat power chord 5 times, again sort of the same thing, same rhythmical figure as the main riff of the song. Right, then we have a stop, and then we move up to the F chord, F power chord, and again in a similar fashion what we do, we play against same kind of rhythmical figure, 5 16th notes, but the first 16th note is actually playing the double stop, which is on the 8th fret of the A and D strings, and then again we hammer onto the 5th from the F power chord. And we play this for 3 times. Okay, and then when we play this 3rd time, instead of having a rest, we just let it ring out, and then we pick it 4 more times, so 4 16th notes, like that, and then we go right into the main riff of the song again. So because of the time signature changes here from 5/4 to 4/4 and so on, and then going back to the main riff of the song, just watch out for these rhythmical changes, you know, and just listen carefully to the original track to see what they're playing. So like I said, after the break, that's how they do it. And the first time when we play this, when we get back to the main riff of the song, we play first time 5 notes, rest, then again we play 5 notes, and then we're playing the 4 notes followed by 5 notes again. Okay, so again one more time, slower, goes like this. Okay, and I point out this part of this song because the second time when we play the break section, they actually go right into the beginning of the main riff. So it would be like this second time. Okay, so if you notice the difference between the first break section and the second time when we play it, it's in this when we go back to the main riff of the song. Okay, so after that we have in between the sections melody again, and we go into verse number 2, which is exactly the same as verse number 1. So we have again the main riff of the song. Okay, and again in the end of the verse 2, instead of playing the whole melody, he just plays the last part, which is before going to the second break again, which is going to be exactly the same. Okay, so this is the first time, then again the second time. When we get back to the main riff of the song, it's being played just like from the beginning of the main riff. So it doesn't differ from the first break, it's exactly the same. Alright, so after the second break we go into, I wouldn't call it a solo because it's very short, it's sort of a fill in between the sections, but anyway, we're just going to break it down. It goes something like this. Alright, so here we have bend on the G string, 12th fret, then we go 10, 13, 10, 13 on B, add some vibrato, and then we have this lick. So back to 10th fret on the B, then to the G string, 12th fret, pull off to 10, slide to 9, then we have another pull off from 10 to 9 again, then we go to the D string and it's going to be 10, 9, 10, and slides to the 12th fret. Okay, so far we got this. And then the second part of the this little solo, it goes like this. So here we slide on the G string into the 9th fret, then we play 12 on the same string, then we go to 10 on B, 13 on B, and then we have a kind of gradual slide from 10th fret of the high E string up to around 15, 17 frets, something like that. And then he goes into sort of this, an effect I would call it. You can hear something like that where he's just playing between these two notes, which are on the B string we have a 13 and on the high E 14. And just kind of adds some vibrato, you know, slight bends, something like that. You know, like I said, it's just sort of like an effect. Alright, so one more time, the little solo goes like this slowly. So that's the solo, the first one. And then after that we go into middle section, which goes something like this. Okay, so here we're going to be playing a shape of a power chord, but remember, because of the tuning of the low E string, it's dropped down to D, it's going to be a different chord, but like I said, we're just using the shape of the chord. And also I'm going to be just calling out the position of the chord as it would be in standard tuning. So, you know, we're gonna call this a D power chord. You know, just keep that in mind. And as like I said, you know, the low E string is dropped down to D, so it would be technically a different chord, but never mind. So we start off with the D chord, slide it up to E, then hit it one more time, slide down to the B position, and then back to the D position right here. So one more time, the first part. Alright, so this is going to be the first part, and the second is going to be like this. So here, starting from the D, slide up to the E, and then go right down to the B position of the chord. So that's it. These two sections of the same, two sort of riffs of the same section. So we played this for 4 times, and then the last time when we played the second part of this section, we just play. So from D, instead of going up to the E, we go down to B position and then to G. Just play this chord, let it ring out. You can also include the open D string. It's going to be the same as on the A string. Like that. So this is a sort of middle section. Alright, so after the middle section we play the melody again. And then we go into the break, the second break of the song, which is being played by Kim, and it goes like this. Alright, so these power chords, first off we start off with the D power chord, and we play 2 times, just hitting like that. Then we go to C, playing once. Then we play an A chord, and he's using this shape right here, which is like a bar A chord, but without playing the 6th string, because it's tuned differently. So you want to avoid that, but you can still use this shape of the A chord, or you can use it here, just the you know, at the 5th string root note. So it would be like that, and then we play the C chord, and we slide it up to the F power chord. Okay, so a couple of ways how you can play this, like that, or like that. So he plays it for 2 times during the break, and then the band kicks in, and he plays a little solo number 2, or I would call it a fill in between the sections. Anyway, so it goes something like this. Okay, so here we have a gradual bend. It's a pre-bend first. So what you want to do is bend the string on the G string, 14th fret, and it's a step and a half, so we have to get this note. It's coming from this one, like that, but we do it with the bend. So pre-bend the string on the 14th fret, step and a half, bring it down, and then pull off to 12th, slide down to the 10th fret, and then play the 12th fret of the G string again. Add some vibrato, and then we have this lick. It's kind of similar to the first solo. So we have a hammer-on pull-off on the G string, 9, 10, 9. Then we go to D string, we play 12, 10, 9, back to 10, and slide up to the 12th fret again. Like that. Then we have, so bend on the 12th fret of the G string, then we pick 2 times 10th fret of the B, 10 on high E, then we have a bend on the 13th fret of the B string, then we play. So after the 13th fret of the bend, we play, bring it down, and we play 13, 2 times on the 10, and then we play 12, 13, 10 on high E. Like that, alright? So one more time, all the parts together slowly goes like this. Okay, so this is the sort of second solo, or the second fill between the sections. And then what's happening is Kim is playing the same break while it's mixing with the main riff. And Chris is just playing the main riff of the song. Okay, so they blend the two parts together. But when Kim is playing this part, the break, he also introduces the second part of the main riff. Okay, so after he plays the break, he then plays, all right, this part, and then again, like that. And they both play this part. So Kim is playing break plus the second part of the main riff, while Chris is just playing the main riff throughout the song, throughout this section. And then they go to the last section of the song, which goes like this. Alright, so again, both of them are playing slightly different, and this is just the first part, which is Kim is playing. So they start off with this G power chord, but played on the higher register. So we play on the D and the G strings. Then they go down to the F chord, and kind of picking between two strings. Then we have this. So on the D string we go 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, and then you can pull off to A while you change into the next position. So we play 3rd fret of the A string, which is the sort of C chord, sliding up to the 5th fret, and then adding so to the D note, and we add the 5th of the D chord on the 7th fret, so kind of playing the D power chord. Okay, so one more time slowly. Okay, so that's the part that is that Kim is playing, and Chris is playing kind of similar thing, but he plays on the lower strings. Okay, because of the tuning, this allows him to play with one finger on one fret and kind of playing on the lower register. It's the same; these are the same notes, but an octave lower. So he plays. So we play the low E and the A strings at the 5th fret, then go down to the 3rd fret, and then the rest of the section is exactly the same. Okay, so that's the last section of the song, and then we go back to the main riff again. Alright, they finish it with this riff, and on the original track, on the studio track, there is again sort of an effect which is Kim is playing, and it's, you know, just a couple of notes, and like I said, you know, he's going for an effect, so it sounds like, you know, these two notes played together and kind of shaking them up and down. and picking at the same time, and I presume he's using a delay, so it kind of goes into this sort of you know, spacey territory. But you know, they improvise, and if you watch any of the live performances, they play every time differently. But this one is from, like I said, you know, from the studio version. It sounds something like this. It could be two guitars. So here on the B string, 13th fret, and on the high E, 15th, and kind of pick them, these two notes, and just you know, add some vibrato, and that's it. Alright guys, so that's it for this lesson. Thank you very much for checking it out. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please hit the thumbs up button. Also comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar related stuff. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Peace. And as always, let the force be with you.